Cindy, the Wandering Wife, and today I'm joined by my daughter Taryn,
Hi.
who is as much of a Disney fan as I am, and she's kind of taken over the planning now.
I was going to say the student, I think, has surpassed.
That's right. The student is now the master. Anyway, we're headed to Disney in, what did I say, 11 days? So we thought we'd do a quick demo today of what we take when we go to the Disney parks. So, and here's our daughter, here's our granddaughter Daphne, who wants to make an appearance. Say hi, everybody.
Come on, you gotta back up.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
Tell them your name.
Daphne.
Daphne. So the first thing you need to consider when you're planning what to take to the park is the bag itself. And there's all kinds of ways that you can do it. I like one that I can wear like a messenger bag, crossbody. Taryn prefers
backpacks.
Yeah. I don't like the backpack because two reasons. I can't see it and I just don't feel secure, but also I'm constantly getting stuff in and out. This is by Le Sports Sac. The thing I like about this and the reason why I'm taking this one is it's super lightweight, and you want to start with a lightweight bag. You don't want your bag to be heavy because you're going to put so much stuff in it that you don't want to start off with a heavy bag. I believe this is the medium weekender.
You can find all kinds of bags with Disney prints on it. So.
You can, and in fact I just saw at Walmart the other day, look in the baby section, because diaper bags are so cute nowadays. A lot of them don't even look like diaper bags, and I just saw two and they were $25, so it was a really good deal. They were big and roomy like this, and again very lightweight, and just take out the changing pad and go with it. And it has a long enough strap to wear crossbody, and this is what I mean when I say crossbody rather than just on your shoulder.
And then this is just so you can see the print. It's the little emojis. You can kind of see, and this was just at TJ Maxx, and it was like $10.
Yeah, that was a good deal. Then the other thing, because the bag is so big and roomy, you might want some little organizational things. I just picked these up at Walmart the other day. This one was $2, I think $1.97, and I can't remember. I think this one was either $5.97 or $6.97, but pretty inexpensive, very lightweight. They don't add a lot of weight, but you can see what's in them. And the other nice thing about that is when you go through the turnstiles, security's going to look in your bag.
They're going to make you open everything.
They're going to make you open, and if they can see what's in here, then they probably won't make you unzip it. So one of the first things that I like to make sure I have, and that's going to go in this little tiny pouch, is my little mini first aid kit, my personalized first aid kit.
I have some stuff too.
And Taryn's got her own. So the first thing I put in there is tons of Band-Aids, and I just have them in this little, Taryn's got the little.
I've just got like the little, just like it's a little plastic one that's just got a couple, or it says 8, just size, regular size Band-Aids.
And you can usually find those where the trial sizes of things are.
Yeah, this is, I'm sure they probably have them where the regular Band-Aids are, but if you look in any of the little travel areas like Walmart or Target, or even like CVS and Walgreens, little travel sections, they'll have these.
I sort of do my own because I tend to get blisters, and I like the big round blister Band-Aids. And I also put strips of moleskin. Now this comes in big sheets, and I pre-cut it. And to go along with that, if you are prone to blisters, I'm about to become your best friend when I tell you about this product. I discovered this years ago. It's called, read that for me because I don't have my glasses on.
It says Band-Aid. It's Band-Aid Friction Block Stick.
Yeah. Now, I'm showing you this one, and if you can find it.
I don't know if it's, is it? There we go.
Yeah. If you can find it, it's nice because it's so small. As you can see, it's really small. And what you do is just like a little deodorant stick that rolls right up, and you rub it right on where you know you're prone to getting blisters, either with or without socks. And let me tell you, it makes a world of difference. But I'm not sure that you can still get it. I went to look for some today and I couldn't find it. I only looked in one place though. But now, Gold Bond has come out with this one called Friction Defense. which does the same thing. Not just for blisters, but any place where you might get
any sort of friction.
Right,
or,
like
yeah.
if a strap is rubbing you and rubbing you, you know, till you're sore. This is awesome stuff. So I always have that with me. And then I always take a tube of Neosporin, an Advil. I see Taryn's got Advil too.
Yep, got my little Advil right here.
Your pain reliever of choice.
Yep.
And then I usually take a roll of Tums.
And these were, you can either get the rolls or you can get,
right.
See if it'll.
I actually prefer that because it's got the nice little container.
Yeah, it's just a nice little container. Again, this was in the travel section.
Yeah, I always take Benadryl, just a little card with a few, because we have a lot of allergies in our family, so you never know when you're going to need that. And then Imodium. If you don't know what Imodium is, it's for diarrhea. It's not pleasant when you're on vacation and you have it, but this really helps. And so I always keep some of that with me. And so that's pretty much my first aid kit.
Yeah, and then the only thing I would add to that is I have an Afterbite itch eraser stick. So it's more if it's spring or summer. If there's gonna be more mosquitoes, you know, obviously Florida is a swamp. You're just basically in swampland, and so there's a lot of mosquitoes. I don't know about fall and winter.
And they always find you.
They always find me. So I always have itch sticks. They're always in my purse because I always get mosquito bites. But this is great for you, and if you have kids, so they're not constantly complaining about the itch. So I definitely
recommend. And they really do help, and they almost instantaneously.
So I definitely recommend that. And then the other thing is, for anybody that wears contacts, definitely recommend, you know, I have in my first aid kit just my little contact case with solution in it. So,
and then also some lip balm.
I have like a smaller one that's in here, and this is SPF 100.
We need that in our family.
Yeah, we're all very light skinned. And then the other one, so this is Banana Boat. This is just their sport performance, but this one is actually my favorite. This is Aveeno, and it's SPF 70. It's their Protect and Hydrate Lotion Sunscreen. I just like it because it's not as oily and greasy. It has a really nice smell to it.
And one thing about sunscreen, I go to a dermatologist on a regular basis. She tells me that the most important thing about sunscreen is to put it on before you go out in the sun, 30 minutes to an hour. So my tip for that would be put it on your kids, especially before you leave the hotel.
Yeah.
And then take it with you because you need to reapply throughout the day.
Or at least, at the very least, like when you're, if you're out on a rush to get out the door, when you're waiting at the bus stop.
When you're, or standing in line for your first ride or whatever. And then bug spray. I've never really had a lot of trouble with bugs there, but if you're really like if they find you like they do,
very sensitive to mosquitoes.
Like we can all, the whole family can be somewhere and nobody gets bitten but her.
I'll be covered and everybody else has none.
So you might want to take some just to be on the safe side. And you can also get sunscreens that now have bug repellent in them too. So that's another option.
Yeah, this was just hand sanitizer. So I think you have regular hand sanitizer. You know, these are just cute little smelly ones, so these aren't, you don't have to get those, you can get any regular hand sanitizer.
And since we were talking about hand sanitizer, this is another thing that you can find in the trial size section or the travel section. It's these Clorox to go wipes. I take these with me every time I travel because well, I fly a lot and I love them on the plane. You wouldn't believe what I've seen people do on those drop down meal tables.
Changing diapers.
Yeah, and they do that. I've seen them do that at Disney too. Yeah. In the in the fast service restaurants. So these are great, especially if you have a toddler that still eats right off the table. Take these with you and wipe down that table really good, and then dry it off with a napkin, and then you know that they're eating off a clean surface.
Yeah, or wipe down, like if you're renting a stroller versus bringing one, you know, wipe that down for your child.
Especially if they still chew on like the little handlebar.
So you can wipe down the stroller when you're renting one.
Yeah, so those are good. And then just regular wipes for obvious reasons.
I just have regular, these are just regular Huggies wipes. These are actually the smaller packages. I got these at the dollar store. So these are great because they're not super heavy.
Nana, I want to give you this.
Okay, thank you.
Giving Nana a picture.
She just brought me a picture.
But these were just at the dollar store, and I like these because they have 32 wipes in them. These are the Simply Clean, so they're fragrance free. I believe they're alcohol free. Yeah, so they're also alcohol free. So they're great for sensitive skin, but they're also great for wiping down surfaces or wiping down your child or even yourself.
After that turkey leg, that giant turkey leg,
or a Mickey bar, where the Mickey bar gets all over everything. And in the summertime, these are great too for just wiping yourself down. Because you'll be so hot and sweaty and you just want to wipe yourself off and cool off.
Okay, and then just some really quick things that don't need a lot of explanation. Tissues, pack of tissues, which you can pick up just about anywhere. Little thing of hand lotion. This is the EOS, which I like because it's flat and it's just easy to carry along. A Tide to Go stain stick, which is great if you have kids especially. You can treat stuff, and sometimes it'll actually take the stain out, but if not, at least it pre-treats it so that when you get home it won't stain. And then I carry a little brush, and this is the kind that flips open and pops right up, and it has a mirror here. I've got some hair bands, little hair ties just kept around it. You can find these in drugstores, Target, just about any place. But if you want to wait till you get there, the Disney resorts and gift shops all sell these with Disney characters and designs on them. It could be a little inexpensive souvenir. If you have a young child or even an older child who's really afraid of loud noises, there are a lot of rides that are very loud, as well as the fireworks
or the parades,
or even the parade. So just get some inexpensive little foam earplugs and keep them with you, because it really tones that down. And in fact, I have these from flying on an airplane, but I saw a set of 6 earplugs, so 3 pair at the dollar store today. So it would be worth picking some up and just keeping those with you.
And just talking about kids that are maybe sensitive to noises, all the toilets at Disney World are the automatic flush, so they're the sensors. And one great trick for that is bring like a pack of stickers or post-it notes and actually put the sticker or post-it note over the sensor so that it won't go off and scare your child.
And scare them, because they're so little, sometimes that sensor doesn't pick them up like it does for us. I picked this up many years ago. It's a little personal fan. You can wear it around your neck. I want to say it was under $5 at Walmart. And I don't know if Walmart has them at this time of year, but I do know you can get them on Amazon, so I'll link that down below. And then some extra batteries, because it does go through batteries. But let me tell you, it has saved the day for me many times. It's totally worth it if you get really, really hot. And then another thing that I like to take is just a small little spray bottle just to spritz. Oh yes, rain punches, since we're talking about weather. Did you get these both at the dollar store?
I think these were probably at like a Dollar General.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-pack. And then these were probably at like an actual dollar store. I also have, I don't remember where I got these.
You can get these at Walmart. I've seen
they're a little heavier weight. So I think they work maybe slightly better than, you know, the dollar store poncho, but they're not going to be as nice as like the really expensive poncho. But the whole point is they're just supposed to be kind of for emergencies.
Right. I think the nice thing about these, and I used to be able to get these at the dollar store, so it's essentially 50 cents each. I treat these as disposable. Because you're never going to get it all folded up.
You can use
these last a little longer.
These do last longer. You can use it for more than just, you know, rain, like if you're going on a water ride, but you don't want to get soaked. Or, like, I remember I've used these where after it rained, like, all the seats were wet. And so I actually took the poncho out and spread it on the seat before we were going to see illuminations.
It's also nice if you have a stroller. If you rent a stroller,
put it over.
You can put it over the stroller to keep the stroller dry when you're when you go into a ride or something.
This goes along with ponchos. Just quick little umbrella, just in case you need it. Again, you don't need to get a super durable umbrella because you're only going to need it hopefully for just a little bit. If you rent a stroller at Disney, and believe me, even if you think your child has outgrown a stroller, you're probably going to need a stroller. I think she was in a stroller until she was like 6 or 7. Yeah, I was going to say maybe even 7 or 8. Well, I mean, we got one just because of Ryan.
We would get
But I would steal it. Even though as the older child, I would get in it anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, think about I think I read that you walk an average of 50 miles during a 1-week trip to Disney. And think about how tired you are, and your child, for every step you take, is having to take 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're taking way more steps.
So they're gonna be exhausted,
and you're gonna get tired of carrying them.
Exactly, and especially when it's hot. But they all look the same, obviously, all the strollers. So take some sort of scarf, something that you'll recognize, something that's different. Like, don't take a red bandana. Everybody takes red bandanas. I like this one.
But take something inexpensive.
Yeah,
don't bring,
definitely.
like, your nice Hermes scarf.
Yeah. This was like a $5 scarf. I liked it because it reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. But something that you're going to recognize. They'll put your name on the stroller. But
when you're in a sea of blue strollers, it's going to be hard to pull out your name.
Yeah. So something bright and eye-catching, tie it on your stroller, and that's going to really help you. You're going to be glad that you did that.
Another trick to bring is some Ziploc bags of varying sizes. And the reason being is you never know when you're gonna need them, whether it's to put like a child's leftover snack in there, or something in your bag starts leaking and you don't want it to get all over the rest of your stuff. And then this is a large Ziploc bag. This has stuff in it, but also bring possibly, especially if you have younger children, a bag with their clothes in it, like an extra set of clothes, so that if they get messed up, you know, you don't have to go all the way back to your hotel.
And don't forget socks.
Socks, underwear.
If your child, especially if you have a child that's kind of on the cusp of being potty trained, if they have an accident, their socks are probably going to get wet too. The shoes, there's not much you can do about that, but at least they'll have clean, dry socks.
And then maybe even bring, if you want to put in the spare clothing, a bathing suit for the child. Again, like if they're going on water rides, or Disney also has like fountains and jets that come up, and kids like to run in those, and that way you have their bathing suit, and you can change them into that real quick and then change them out of it so they're not soaking.
And then you have the bag to put the wet stuff in.
And then you can put the wet bathing suit in here.
I think this came from Animal Kingdom. I'll wear this when we go to
No, this is from Disneyland. This is Disneyland.
Oh, do I have the design on the front? Okay. Anyway, I love it. It reminds me of the safari ride. But it gives you some extra protection. And if you're not a sunglasses person, you're gonna really need something, some sort of brim. Your eyes, and since most kids don't wear sunglasses, I highly recommend that you get them some sort of hat that's going to protect their eyes a little bit. There's so many spaces, especially at like Epcot, where there's no trees, no shade, and the sun can be really blinding. So some sort of hat I think is really helpful. You are allowed to take water bottles in the park, but take them in empty. Or if you take an actual bottle of water, a purchase bottle, take it in unopened. They won't let you bring in any liquids that have been opened. So,
and we think this is new.
We think
this
is new.
This in the past.
We just read it on the internet. So take an empty water bottle. Any of the little stands, the little food vendors in the parks will give you free ice water. So you can fill up your water bottle once you get to the park. Incidentally, I did notice some really cute little PBA-free water bottles at the dollar store today. So if you need one, and the nice thing about that would be that if you leave it somewhere, you haven't spent a lot on it. The other thing that we like to take, because food in Disney is very expensive, and we do splurge on our meals when we go to Disney. That's part of what we love.
We usually always do. We don't tend to do the quick service meals, so we definitely sit down for at least lunch and dinner. We'll do quick service in the morning, like usually coming down Main Street, we'll stop and get a pastry or something like that, or we'll grab something at the hotel. In their cafeteria or their food court.
But you know, you're walking, you're hot. And especially your kids, they need some recharging. If you're going 5 or 6 hours between meals, they need a recharge. And sometimes it's just to entertain them, give them something to do. But one thing I wanted to mention about snacks is, no matter how careful you are with your bag, it is going to get crushed. So keep that in mind when planning what snacks to take. Take crush-proof things. We like
things that it doesn't matter too much if they get crushed. Yeah.
We like peanuts, high energy because they have a lot of protein. I get the salted ones because you're sweating and you need to replace that salt. Craisins or raisins, either one. We like those.
These are different energy and protein bars. Kids probably aren't going to want to eat these.
No. Now, if you do want to take something that's crushable, like I love these little tiny Ritz Bits peanut butter crackers, that's fine, but just put them in something that they're not going to get crushed. And this is a little sandwich container. It doesn't have to hold sandwiches. I'm going to put these in there. It was $1 at the dollar store, and it's Finding Dory. So you just be amazed at what you can find at the dollar store. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention about snacks is, if you are a gum chewer, and I know people that cannot go without gum, you cannot buy gum in any of the Disney parks or resorts. They do not sell it. They don't want it all over the sidewalks and underneath the chairs and so forth. So
it's not restricted.
No, they don't.
They don't restrict it. They just don't sell it.
Right. They don't tell you can't take it in. They just do not sell it.
And they won't sell it at your hotel either, I don't think
they sell it at any of the resorts.
Yeah.
So just be sure if you want gum that you take gum with you before you leave home. And nowadays, Disney has made their app on their phone so awesome. You can do a lot of your planning before you go. With your reservations, with your fast passes. You can get fast passes ahead of time now before your trip. But once you're there, the app is super helpful because it has ride wait times. So you can look on the app. It's called My Disney Experience. They have it for both Google. She has an Android, and I have an iPhone, and they look just the same and they work just the same. And we share the account so that we can see all of our reservations and everything by signing into one account. So make sure you download that before you go. But you're gonna be using it all day. So it's really important that you have a backup battery for your phone. So get yourself, if you don't already have one of these little external chargers, and take that with you so that halfway through the day when your phone's starting to die, you can use that. Now, another thing that's really great is that, sorry, the granddaughter, is that Disney has free Wi-Fi throughout the whole property now. So you can go to any of the resorts or any of the parks and hook up to Wi-Fi.
And not waste data.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now for the fun stuff.
Yay.
This is not necessary stuff.
Especially if you don't have kids.
Right. This is more for those
or
of you
maybe
with kids.
Maybe you don't need kids. Maybe you just want it for yourself. I don't know. I would still play with all this stuff.
And this is not stuff you have to take with you. This is just some suggestions of things that will entertain your child and maybe save you money.
Yes.
Versus buying the very expensive. And sanity too. The first one is glow sticks. As soon as it starts to get dark at night at all of the parks,
all the light up toys and gadgets,
the vendors come out with the light up things,
and they walk up and down the parks. Especially when the parade is coming and your kid's gonna be screaming, "I want the light up Buzz Lightyear!" And
she knows because she did it.
It's like $30 for this toy that is probably not even gonna last you the ride home.
Yeah. So instead, go to the dollar store before and stock up. They have an amazing assortment of stuff. I got these little wands. Daphne has already spotted this one, a little one that looks like a little fairy wand.
And then this is a glow stick wand. It looks like it has multiple.
That one looks really cool, and I got that because I thought it looked similar to some of the types of things that they sell there that might appease your kid. And then this one is a butterfly, and then this one looks like
a little trident.
The trident, yes.
And then these are these like the necklace ones?
Yeah, those are the super long ones. These are the short. And there's what, 4 in there or 5?
Yeah. What does it say?
Oh, there's 4 of the necklaces.
Yeah,
there's 8 of these. 8 for $1. And they come with the little connectors so you can make them, bracelets You can, for the kids, they're big enough to go around their ankles, so they can really have fun.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there waiting for the fireworks to start, and they're saying, when's it gonna start? When's it gonna start? This can be like a little game for them.
It's a little entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, get them out, put the connectors on it for them, and let them string them together, make their own necklaces, decide what to do.
And then you can also kind of make friends, if you buy, like again, these are $1 for 8. Like you can buy a bunch and hand them out to kids around you, and
be the good guy to some other parents.
Well, and then your kids can make friends too. Like you can say, hey, you want to go give that to that kid over there, and then they can entertain each other with the glow sticks. But spread the Disney magic. Just hand out some free stuff, and it will be appreciated.
And along the lines of keeping them entertained, I found this. Bubbles. 3 bottles of bubbles for $1, so you can take those. Now, once you've opened it, you probably need to take a new one the next day if they're checking that these days. But it's something that they can do.
And that's another reason to have the Ziploc bag to stick the bubble, because once you open it too, they have a tendency to leak and get sticky, and just put that in a Ziploc bag.
But again, it's something that they can do while they're sitting there, even in a line, it's not going to hurt anybody.
And it's cheaper than a bubble gun, or I don't think they sell the guns anymore, but they do have like bubble wands and things that they sell. And again, that's like $20, $25 versus $1 for a 3-pack. And then if you have a younger child, or again, if you just want this for yourself, I know plenty of adults, myself included, who would do the same thing. It's good to go ahead and get an autograph book and make sure that you have this with you every day that you're in the parks. We got this one off of Amazon, so this is I dropped it. This is the official autograph book. I know that they have many different designs. And you can get this at the park, but you can also order it off of Amazon if you'd like.
And just the reason that we ordered this ahead of time, I don't think it saved us any money.
No,
I don't think they're any cheaper, but like, I know that we've gone before when my kids were little, and before we could get to a gift shop and buy one of these, we saw characters and they were like, I don't have my book, I don't have my book. So that's one of the reasons that we went ahead and got it ahead of time.
And we're making a little surprise backpack for her with stuff, and that's one of the things going in there.
There'll be a video of the surprise too.
And then this is a really large pen. You don't have to get a really large pen. Again, this was ordered off of Amazon. Do you remember how much this was?
I want to say it was like $8.
$8, yeah. Okay. And I think they sell these types of pens in the park.
They do.
These are great for the not the face characters, so not like the princesses, but the fur characters like Mickey and Minnie, and because this is a lot easier for them to grasp with their big hand, and also you're less likely to lose this. Someone's not going to walk away with this one, or if they do, it's a lot more noticeable.
Yeah, but the main thing is that the big fur characters really appreciate it, because those little normal human-sized pens don't work so well in their big fur hands.
And they might get a kick out of that, and it might make for a really great interaction, because they'll be like, look at this big pen. So if your child is really into collecting the pressed pennies, Disney has the pressed penny machines all over the place. In every single park, I think you can get the pressed pennies. So a great way to prepare for that is to take a tube. This is a M&M's Minis tube, and you can decorate it yourself beforehand if you want, or you can just take up the label. Here, Miss Daphne's gonna join us. And then, so I think it's 50 cents. It's 50 cents.
Bunny.
This is Bunny. This is her bunny. Can Bunny help explain? So yeah, I think it's 50 cents for each pressed penny. So what you can do,
50 cents, 2 quarters plus the penny.
Plus the penny.
Right.
So just take a tube like this and just do 2 quarters and a penny, 2 quarters and a penny, and just layer it like that. So when it's time for them to go to the machine, they just pour it out, and then the exact amount that they need for the machine is already there. And then if you want to have a second tube, you can, to put the actual pennies in, and that way you've got 2 in there to hold each of the coins.
Daphne has been dying to have this one.
All she wants is this
So
one.
I'm going to take the opportunity to demonstrate. If you've never used these before, they're super simple.
They're number counting
Just
cards.
don't activate them until you're ready to use them.
We'll look at them in a minute.
Listen. So you open this up and shake it up really good, and then you bend it. You'll hear it crack, and you'll see that it's starting to light up.
Can I try?
Yeah, just suck it.
Hold on, let Nana shake it. Woo!
And there's her magic wand.
Yay!
Show it to the camera.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Oh.
I hope this has helped you to do a little bit of planning, and be sure to watch for the vlogs of our adventures at Disney World. We're going to be there for 6 days and vlogging just about every minute of it. Subscribe below so you don't miss any. I post new videos every Wednesday. So say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you at Disney World.
Bye.